Hello and welcome to yet another video from Johnny IELTS. So today is another speaking practice video for Mr. and me. Sorry, Mr. and me. So basically, let's start with speaking part one first. I'm a bit tired today because, of course, it's my last lesson and I teach a lot today. Okay, let's start with part one. Let's start with speaking part one. Okay, all right, we're done with a lot of things already. So let's do 147, which is about free time. So, Mr. Do you often have free time?
I think that I don't have much free time these days because my work situations. Mm, I think that I'm in the easy um, uh, a busy pace that I need to base all my attentions mm, in my work tasks, and it makes me feel quite stressed.
Can
Of
we feel
course,
stressed out? Yeah.
yes. Of course, I also um find time to rest listen to music or do something that I love in uh as a s- uh s- as a small start from making my mental health um mm, more stable and relaxed. Of
Okay.
course, I believe that people should balance between rest and work. You know, nowadays to support for our life, it requires to do more job and it's mm, it's usually take a lot of time for personal tasks, family problems, for example, and that makes our private time become less. But I believe that if we can find a way to improve this situation,
So, what do you usually do in your spare time then?
this mission. All there are many activities that I can do. For example, because I'm uh introvert, so I don't think that outside activities are suitable for me. So I love sitting on my bed and enjoy uh, some favorite movies. Maybe it's but also plays a vital, important roles in my heart as a way to calm my nerves or
I
boost my
see.
moods. Besides that, I'm a fan of music. That's I love to immerse my my mind into sharp melodies and beautiful lyrics.
Lyrics, beautiful
Yes,
lyrics, lyrics.
beautiful lyrics. And I think these activities are more wonderful for me to relax in my spare time.
Hmm, I see. So, which day do you have more free time on, like Sunday or Saturday? It depends
Mm.
also on your work. Like, for example, Saturday, Sunday are actually my the busiest day, because I work a lot on those days.
Mm. have to work on Saturday, so Sundays uh is the only days in a week that I have some free time for myself.
Mm.
I think that mm, people nowadays mm, requires requires mm, more whole requires more day offs than the past. They love spending their weekends with friends and families activities. Um, for
Okay.
me, I quite regret that I don't have another days off in Saturday. But of course, it
On
depends
Saturday. On Saturday.
on Saturday. Yes, but of course, it depends on the contest
The
that my
context.
job,
Context.
the contest
Mm-hmm.
that my job require me to do. Mm,
I see.
it's not similar similar to other jobs that people need to do uh, in 5 days a week. Uh, yes, because my job, uh, which requires me to keep the pace with uh, the production lines where
With the
people
what?
have
Would keep the pace with what?
with the production lines
Production
production
what?
line production
Uh,
line á thầy. Yes,
production life.
yes, where the
Life.
workers line. Yes, where the worker had to mm, have to perform their job all week.
I see. So, do you often relax? How do you often relax yourself on weekends?
Uh, Weekends is my treasure
Ah,
times to to spend my weekends with my families is a thing that I love. Mm, Instead of going out for shopping um, mm, or hanging out with friends, I prefer to be at home and enjoy my time. Sometimes with my family, sometimes with myself only, and it's enough for me. I can do some things such as prepare a delicious meal for my family members,
prepare, you
and
mean
it depends
prepare.
on my emotions.
So you prepare
When
a
I feel
delicious meal. So you
I
prepare a
will
delicious meal.
delicious meals.
Just have to be careful with the word repair or prepare, prepare or repair, you know. So you said like you prepare a delicious meal for your family. Right. So do you know how do your friends relax? Do you know how they relax? Hello? Do you know how your friends relax? Don't tell me my
Oh,
net is I'm getting kicked out. Oh dear.
hello, hello. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
here.
Okay, can you tell me how do your friends relax?
Oh, the thing about people, I think people relax in many different ways. some of my friends love playing sport. Some some just read a book as a hobby in their free time.
Mhm.
So mm, because I'm not um, near to my friends nowadays, um, they are live quite far away from my hometown, and we miss less than before. I think that there are many hobbies that change, but of course, one of thing that we love to do together is to hang out with
Okay.
yes, and uh, just and tell uh, about everything with each other as a way share their to share the stories to make each other become feel better in some ways. You know, when you feel stressed out or just need someone to listen to your story, to your problems.
Mhm.
Maybe you don't need advice, but it can boost your emotions when you feel blue.
When you feel blue, exactly. When you feel blue, very good. Feel blue, it means feel a sense of sadness. Buồn man mác. Feel a sense of sadness. So, do you like to go to the cinema or movie at weekends? Why not?
I used to refer uh, to go to the cinema in the past, but now it's hard for me to do that because I don't have much time these days. But of course, it's used to my favorite activity.
Okay.
I think that it's also mm, a wonderful methods to s- relax and unwind. Many people mm, love watching cinema because it can it serves as a way to escape from the real world.
The reward.
The real world, the real world is especially when I go to the cinema. I usually choose mysterious and outer
Choose what?
space.
Choose what? Choose what? Choose what?
Mysterious, mysterious,
Mysterious. Mysterious.
mysterious,
You mean mystery, like mystery movie? Because mysterious, it's an adjective. It's a mystery movie, I
mysterious.
think,
Oh,
or
okay.
thrillers, thrillers, or any kind of like
Girls.
phim bom tấn, blockbuster, something like that.
Yes. It's provide me uh s- a sense of feelings that quite strength and excited.
It's actually a
Because
strange feeling, but exciting. It's called electric. Electric, you can use electric as a adjective to describe a feeling. Cảm thấy nhộn nhàng trong người lắm. Cảm thấy rất là nhộn luôn á, nhộn nhịp trong người đúng không á? You feel like electric, like something is inside of your body that you cannot rest. Cannot rest. It's feeling electric. So, who do you often go with, alone or with others, when you go to the cinema?
Sometimes I go with my sister because we share the same taste in
Taste.
uh
We
some
share the
the
same
same
taste.
share the same taste in movie churros. Sometimes I go alone. It also uh depends on the time that we can uh, that we can
Then we can spend time together.
yes yes that we can spend time together.
Because these days everyone is busy. Yeah? It's very difficult to invite friends. And
And you know
especially people even work on weekends too,
yes. So of course it's also depends on each person's uh emotions at that time. Maybe I want to watch a comedy, but my sister can feel that she wants another show such as drama. Yes, so we can watch each turns. We love if we go if I go alone,
Mhm.
and I think it's totally no problems to do that.
Hmm.
We
Okay,
can we
so yeah, so are you planning to do anything special next weekend?
this weekend. Uh, oh, uh, I think that there's no any specials um plannings for next weekend.
Mhm.
Maybe some normal activities just as I said above. But if there are anything I have to do, it should be a short glance that I have to decide in the in the day before the weekends, but for a long term length
Mhm.
from now eh, I don't have any plans.
I see. Okay, let's move on to part two. I don't know why, but I have to scroll a lot, in order to show like this thing so I can move it up and down. Sometimes Google Doc is weird. Okay, let's go to part two and part three now. So try 175. Describe an important thing you learned, not at school or college. It means you can learn it from life experience, or someone taught you from life experience, từ trải nghiệm cuộc sống, or someone taught you that, maybe it was an on-the-job training. It was the on-the-job training, được huấn luyện khi mà mình làm việc. On-the-job training means like you learn as you work. Or it can be a self-taught thing. It can be self-taught. It can be self-taught, tự học. An important thing you learned, not at school or college. You should say what that thing is, why it was important to learn, where, who you learned that from, and how you felt about it. And in part three, how can people learn new things? Of course, it's possible through the internet now, or through books, through AI, artificial intelligence these days. Or you can also talk about like some people they learn by talking to others, or some people they learn through they just do it and they learn. It's called on the job training, or they just self-taught. They just self-taught themselves. That's what I do. I teach myself a lot of things. And the problem is I cannot learn very well from schools. Like most schools, I cannot learn very well from. So it's hard to be my teacher. It depends on how people learn. Có nhiều cách để người ta học lắm. So is it necessary for adults to learn new things? Surely you know this one. And think about the fact that we people learn new things to not fall behind, để không bị tụt hậu. Không bị tụt hậu lại, to not fall behind. Because it's a real concern, nó là một cái nỗi lo thực sự luôn á. It's a real concern when people fall behind a lot in life. Like, for example, I always fall behind in technology, for example, because I feel like I cannot do a lot of things with technology, but other people can do, So it's a real concern for me. So I try to learn new things. And also they need to learn new things to fit in with the society, Để có thể hòa nhập cộng đồng, mình cũng phải học nhiều thứ nha. To fit in with the society, or to be able to communicate better with their children as well. Con mình học gì mình không hiểu gì hết, mình sao nói chuyện nó được. Like normally, if children learn a lot of things these days, and if parents or grandparents do not keep on learning new things, they cannot answer the children and they will fall behind, And so basically, they will basically widen, làm rộng ra, làm nới rộng ra. It will widen, or it will broaden the generation gap. Nó gọi là khoảng cách thế hệ. It will widen the generation gap, which is not a good thing. Okay, so that's why I advise all people to keep on learning, especially young mothers, fathers. Okay, what can children learn from parents? A lot of things. From a very young days, they learn how to keep good personal hygiene, giữ vệ sinh cá nhân tốt, and then they learn how to behave well in a society. They have to behave with a friend, with other people. That's what children can learn from parents. They learn good or bad behaviors from their parents. Thực sự là trẻ nhỏ nó không có nghe lời mình nói đâu, nó chỉ bắt chước theo hành vi của mình thôi. Basically, children do not listen to their parents that much, but they mimic. Bắt chước theo. They mimic good or bad behaviors from their parents or the other people. That's the first thing. And then, of course, they learn later when they are older. They can learn how to run a home business. Là thế nào để vận hành một doanh nghiệp gia đình. Run a home business. Oh, well. And then a lot of things. Do you think some children are well behaved because they are influenced by their parents? Và có nghĩa một số trẻ nhỏ nó hành xử tốt bởi vì chúng bị ảnh hưởng bởi cha mẹ chúng không? And then just give a lot of examples. Like, what kind of behavior? Can people acquire more knowledge now than before? Think about the fact that back then it was harder to acquire knowledge. Knowledge has to be written or acquired through books, But these days you can get it from the internet easily. And yeah. And does the internet make learning easier or more difficult? It seems very easy to say that it's easier, yeah. But these days there's a problem of information overload. Sự quá tải thông tin. There's a real problem of information overload on the internet, And also there's a lot of fake news and false information. Thông tin sai lệch. Fake news and false informations. Thông tin sai lệch, thông tin giả, something like that. They are the same thing. fake news, false information. It can be very difficult to access the internet and know new things these days. Okay, some time to think. Okay, Mr. Please, can you describe an important thing that you learned, not at school or college?
I think one thing that I taught myself was how to ride a motorbike. After graduating from high school, learning to ride was an important skill that I needed to travel to university every day by myself. Everyone knows that this new environment is very different from earlier school levels. I had I have to take part in many activities with with many types of schedules. So being able to ride a motorbike myself is vital for staying active and making my studies more convenient.
Mhm.
I spent more than 2 thirds of the learning process just riding around in a resident area, but still couldn't get the way to uh, monitor my vehicle. But when I actually start driving on real road, it's
When I
only
when I
took
actually
me
started to,
started riding on real roads. It's
it's
only
hard.
took a short time before I became skilled at it. So I truly feel that real life experience is valuable when learning
Mhm.
something new.
I agree with that. It took me a while to learn how to. I think it didn't take long for me to learn how to ride a motorbike, but I think it took me a bit longer to learn how to ride a bicycle when I was younger. But cars is just difficult, you know.
You
I
know,
never did.
before that, I don't know how to ride a bicycle.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, I didn't know how to ride. Then
You should try, you
I
know.
s- then I learned to ride a motorbike
Ah, I
as
see.
a first vehicle.
I see. So, how can people learn new things these days?
People can learn new things thanks to modern um, modern device or traditional methods. For example, uh, traditionally people relied on schools, books, and mm, teachers to gain knowledge.
Mhm.
Uh, these are these those seems more traditional that requires them have to
That require them
spend
to.
that requires them uh, to be patient and you know sometimes it seems more quite mm, inflexible. It depends on several things such as times that they spend on school and something like that. However, in these days, learning has become much more convenient
Okay.
and flexible in some ways because people can join um, online uh, courses, attend several um, inspired activities such as workshops, which cultivate their passions in studying.
Okay. Workshops are actually
Also,
very interesting, you know.
yes, it's quite practical and because it requires more efforts from the host who were organized these workshops. So it shows it can inspire the study the attendees more than just simply little lessons.
Okay, I see. Well, there's a lot of ways to learn, you know. There's a lot of ways to
Yes,
learn.
agree. Another matters that I want to mention here is learning through a real life experience.
Exactly.
That everyone have to underwent have to
Have to undergo. Have to undergo.
have to undergo. Yes.
Uh-huh.
For example, someone can learn cooking by helping in the kitchens in their family rather than just reading recipes or attend classes. It seems it's more convenient and cheaper than spend a amount of money for uh, short classes. But you also can prepare a meal.
Okay.
It's yes, a simply meal is
A simple
okay.
meal. A simple meal.
A simple meal, yes. By the way, also social interactions is also a valuable way to learn by discussing ideas with friends or colleagues. Yes, I agree that work environment is effective. Effective place that people can learn.
I agree with that
Learn
too.
from others. Yes, learn from others are very important.
You know, that's why teachers say that learn from teachers, learn from books, but you can also learn from your friends, you know. Học các bạn nữa. So is it necessary, nghe không Đào? Is it necessary for adults to learn new things? You know, this is something that I've always been talking about. Adults in the West, they are much more conscious. They're much more conscientious. Let me give you a word. Maybe maybe I'm writing it wrong, you know. Putting a lot of effort into your work, conscientious, painstaking. It means
Consensus.
feeling a moral responsibility to do your work carefully and have to be fair to others. Có một cái bổn phận về mặt đạo đức, phải làm công việc của mình một cách cẩn thận và phải công bằng mọi người, đó chính là cái lương tâm á, có lương tâm á. So conscientious, conscientious,
conscientious,
conscientious, có lương tâm. Một người làm việc rất là có lương tâm. Conscientious, it means that some people who they have a very good moral responsibility. They have good work ethics, and also they have moral responsibility. Họ có cái trách nhiệm về mặt đạo đức nữa, và họ có cái đạo đức nghề nghiệp tốt nữa. They're very conscientious, rất có lương tâm. But the right word I'm talking about is that có ý thức. They have a good awareness. They have a good awareness. They have a good awareness of the fact that they have to keep on studying. You know, in the West, it's a very common thing that people have a good awareness that they have to learn new things. But in Vietnam, I think it's very bad that more and more people are lazy and they do not have a desire to learn. You know, they don't usually have the desire to learn. That's a problem with a lot of adults in Vietnam, you know. It's a national issue, một vấn đề toàn quốc đấy, I think. So is it necessary for adults to learn new things? What do you think?
In my opinion, it's absolutely necessary for adults to keep learning new things. The world is changing, so it requires people have to keep updating for not being outdated. It's a very important, especially for adults who participate in a job market. If they don't want to be obsolete.
Obsolete. You don't want to be obsolete.
Obsolete, yes.
Obsolete.
And obsolete.
Lỗi thời. It means
And
outdated, you know.
yes. And lose their job for others who have more skills and specialized knowledge. They need to update their knowledge to keep up the current era. I think that, and learning new skills can help them stay competitive in their job, or even create favor conditions for new careers paths or promotions. Yeah. Besides professional reasons, as I say, learning also keeps people's minds active and healthy. It's very important in a world that put a lot of stress on human. If you don't
There's a
have
lot of stress these days, you know. Bây giờ thật sự sống thật vì đời bây giờ stress nhiều lắm. So there's just a lot of stress these days, to be honest with you, much more than before. Life is more stressful.
If people don't work on themselves, improve their mindset, they can't immerse themselves in a narrowed, in a narrow. I think it's a narrow mind that very dangerous for them to get to have mental health problems. Yes, because if people feel that they useless. Yes, they useless. It can trigger them to do things that no one can imagine. And it imagines that that is not only harm themselves but also great influence for their society. For me, it's also a way for adults to adapt modern society when they learn new things. For example, learning how to use smartphone, online banking, or digital platform
digital platforms.
Digital platforms.
Platform.
Platforms. Platforms. Yes, which used to varies familiar for people in the past, including myself. Moreover, learning can bring a sense of satisfactions and satisfaction and confidence. Third is encourage a healthy lifestyle.
Very good. It's a very healthy lifestyle, though. It helps your brain. It helps train your brain. And so it helps fight the harmful effects of aging, you know. Nó giúp chống lại cái tác động hại của chuyện lão hóa. You know, and mental degradation. Degradation. Động từ degrade là giảm cấp. Sự thoái hóa, giảm cấp, sự thoái hóa của trí tuệ, tinh thần. So mental degradation, it's a real problem among a lot of older people, you know, when they cannot remember things correctly and their mind it's not becoming normal anymore, you know, because of aging. And the worst, I would say, no, not the worst, but the most common problem is Alzheimer disease. You know that one? Alzheimer disease, bệnh mất trí nhớ ở người già. So basically, it's a problem that occurs slowly, but devastating. It's slow but devastating. Devastating. Bà thầy bị dính rồi nè. Nó chậm nhưng mà nó rất nguy hại nha, nó tàn phá lắm á. Và mình sẽ không nhận ra được cái người đó là ai nữa đâu, họ chẳng nhận ra mình là ai nữa. My grandmother got it, so she doesn't remember anybody anymore. That's a problem. You know, it's a slow but devastating disease, you know. And also it destroy your nerves. Nó tiêu hủy cái thần kinh của mình. Unfortunately, there is no drugs, there's no treatment yet that is available for Alzheimer disease that is effective. Chưa có một cái treatment, một cái sự điều trị nào mà nó hiệu quả chống cái bệnh này cả. I mean, I follow new trends, but the treatments available are not really that great. So learning new things can help with this. Surely it can. So what can children learn from parents? What do you think?
I think that children learn from their from parents a lot of things, and it's quite natural for them to mimic their parents' behavior or even their mindset. First, they learned basic life skills such as the weight their parents performs in their daily activities, such as how they speak, eating, how they speak, eat,
how they eat, how they speak,
how they
and their
eat,
habits.
and yes, and their routines. It's also good manners or bad manners depends on their parents. You know, children also learn moral values from adults like honesty, kindness, and responsibility, which shape their characters from the way they think about the world, what they see in their daily life, in the ways their parent behave with others by observing how their parents do. Children often imitate their attitude and habits. Also, their parents can inspire children by sharing their knowledge, experiences, and culture. Yes. For example, a child might learn how to respect cultural custom from their parents, just as if their parents have a have a religions. It can be a part that's indispensable in their life. Furthermore, parents also teach practical skills such as problem solving through through the way they solve their problems by themselves, and thanks to these behaviors, children can learn from it. So I believe that the lessons become the foundations for every child in their future development.
Okay.
Especially if they have a good parent who can serve as a good image that they can reflect themselves.
I see. All right. So it's a good thing, children always learn from parents a lot of things. And they say that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, Trái táo đâu có rơi xa khỏi cái cây của nó đâu. They say that. So, okay, next one. So about children, do you think some children are well behaved because they are influenced by their parents? It means that if they do not behave well, they will be punished. Bởi vì chúng bị ảnh hưởng bởi cha mẹ, cho nên nếu mà cũng không behave well nó bị phạt. It's like, they are controlled by their parents in such a way. And in this question, the implication here is that some children, they do not understand why they have to behave well, but they influence their parents. It's like threatened. If they do not behave well, you get punished. You know what I mean? Nó giống như bị đe dọa với cha mẹ, nếu mà con không hành xử tốt con bị phạt chắc luôn. Nhưng mà nó không hiểu được rõ là tại sao nó phải well behave. Cái câu là ý của nó là vậy á. Anh chị nghĩ rằng trẻ nhỏ hành xử tốt bởi vì chúng bị gây ảnh hưởng bởi cha mẹ chứ nhỉ? Tức là cha mẹ nó nạt nó, cha mẹ gài sẵn nói trước vậy rồi chẳng hạn, xong rồi là con phải chào hỏi mọi người đàng hoàng các thứ này nọ thì mới được ăn kẹo chẳng hạn, something like that. So do you think some children are well behaved because they are influenced by their parents somehow? This question can be understood that way, or you can say that they are influenced in a good way by their parents because they were taught well, cho con người ta hiểu rồi là chúng bị ba mẹ nó gài trước là gặp người khác phải well behave, giống kiểu vậy. Hay là chúng ở với cha mẹ chúng thì chúng được hưởng cái aura, giống như hưởng giống như hưởng cái hào quang, hưởng cái ảnh hưởng, xong rồi chúng hành xử tốt theo. You can understand this question in both ways, So what do you think?
In my opinion, I think parents influence their children in many ways. It can be a good image that their children mimic to adjust their behaviors to be better. As people say that that child is well behaved, for example. But if it's transformed, rather from punishment or something like that. It's for them mm, to be polite and obeyed in front of the public, not come from their inside. It's not it's not good because if they are far away from their parents, their behavior will change in negative directions. I mean, so the best way to influence children are are to educate them and have them realize that when they do good things, they can receive rewards. They can feel confident in themselves, or they can receive love from others. Good things in life come from their good behaviors.
Okay.
Yes, if uh, if their parents are respectful, polite, and calm,
Mhm.
their children
The
are
children should be
more
the
like
same, you know.
yes, their children are more likely to develop in the similar patterns, which shape a proper mindset. Also, they can mm, people can have an expectations at home that children are 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 well behaved, and they think that in the public their children also do that because they are well educated.
Educated. They were educated.
Because they are well educated, they understand what behaviors is acceptable
Ah, acceptable.
and what behaviors are acceptable. Moreover, parents should mm, spend a quality time with their children and communicate openly tends to raise a good manner for their children because if they just if they just threatened their children without any explanations
Mhm.
and uh, well directed uh, behaviors.
Well directed behaviors, những cái hành động mà giống
Yes.
như là bị được được đạo diễn sẵn vậy đó. You know? Well directed behaviors, những hành vi, những hành động, những hành xử đi nó nghe ổn hơn. Những hành xử được mồi trước, được mồi trước, được đạo diễn từ trước. Giống như là những vai diễn đầu đời. You know? Dạy cho trẻ biết cách những vai diễn đầu đời, giống như là dự giờ trong trường học chẳng hạn. You know? Those are well directed behaviors, you know.
I think good thing takes time.
Oh,
So maybe it's when the children are not understand totally what they need to do, they should learn how to mimic first. It's also good.
You think so?
I think so.
Oh, I see. Right. So, can people acquire more knowledge now than before? What do you think?
For me, it's not matter uh the past or now.
Mm.
People always acquire to have learn new things and enrich their knowledge. But thanks to the advancement of technologies and the development of the current era, people can access far more knowledge than the past. In early times, learning was mainly limited to formal educations, which not everyone could access because many obstacles in genders, in geographies, distance, for example. But nowadays, information is available through the internet, making it possible for anyone to learn almost everything in the world.
Very good.
Online platforms offer free courses, lectures from universities where they can learn from distance. They don't need to spend hours, 2 hours in physical classes. So,
what's the result of that then?
Yes, this resolve many problems, especially about times and transportation. In addition, technological tools like videos make learning more convenient and interesting. People can also connect with experts around the world through social media or forums that create a study network that they can learn from others than just attend a class and study with limited numbers of persons of people. Yes, I think that is expand their network. So acquiring knowledge nowadays become faster and easier. But
there's also a problem, I think. You can answer this question. Does the internet make learning easier or more difficult then? Of course, there's a more difficult part as well, you know?
The internet make learning make learnings easier and difficult in the same time. The internet provides information and environments for people to learn, but it's not always provides.
It doesn't always provide.
It's not always provides just for informations. So in the new era, people are required to have a ability to realize and analyze what informations they can absorb and what they need to they need to forget and let aside. You know, because information nowadays seems cheap. It's often for free, but people need to classify what they can learn, what they cannot. So it is make the past learning methods seems more reliable because when students participate a class with tutors or lecturers who can directly explain any topics and any information in real time for them, which make learning more is more reliable. But of course, the times they are spent for class seems limited.
There's
But
always a limit, you know.
yes,
And remember that when you go online these days, you are basically bombarded, bị dội bom. You are bombarded with lots of advertisement, you know, and of course a lot of scams these days. So it can make learning more difficult because there's too much distraction, you know. Quá nhiều sự sao nhãng. Okay, let's try another one. Say, okay, let's go to okay, 192. Let's try this one. Describe a home of someone you know well and that you often visit. You say who that person is, where their home is located, how it looks like, why you often visit it, and how you feel about it. And part 3 is easy. This question is easy. Do people prefer to live in a city or in the countryside? What are the differences between building in a city and the countryside? Think about the height. Think about how many floors they have. Think about, how can I say, the types of locks, you know? The types of locks, những loại khóa mà nó có được nữa. Like, of course, you wouldn't find electronic locks in the countryside. It's harder to have electronic locks there, you know. You cannot find it there that much. And think also about the designs of buildings in the countryside. Would you find like skyscrapers in the countryside, for example? Skyscrapers, it's difficult to have that. Okay, do you think location is a key factor in where people choose to live? Anh chỉ có nghĩ rằng vị trí hay địa điểm là cái nhân tố chìa khóa luôn trong cái nơi mà con người ta chọn để sống không? Like location, is it near to let's say public transport, near to schools, hospitals, or is it close to main roads, rất gần với những đường lớn, close to the main road, something like that? Public transport or schools, hospitals, supermarket, something like that, you know. But these days, I don't think it matters anymore because, for example, for supermarket, I often order through apps. I don't need to live near the supermarket, you know. For hospital, yeah, I might need to stay a bit nearer to hospital if there's a problem, but I can just go with a taxi if there's a problem, you know. Public transport, I mean, I don't use that much. Even though if your home is near to a metro line or is there a metro or bus line near to the place where you live, of course, the price of your property, the price of your home will be much more expensive, much higher, you know. Gần phương tiện công cộng một cái là giá nó lên ghê lắm luôn á, mấy cái nhà. But some people, they don't choose location like that. They can choose to stay far away from main roads, you know, Một số người họ lại chọn sống cách xa cái đường lớn because they think it's if you're near the main road it's noisy. So it depends on like which one you prefer, you know. Okay, what safety risks are there in residential building and city? Residential buildings. Có những cái nguy cơ về an toàn nào ở những cái tòa nhà để cho dân ở trong thành thị? Think about fire hazard. Fire hazard. Fire hazards. Những nguy cơ cháy nổ. Những nguy cơ cháy nổ. Fire hazards. Think about, of course, the problem is residential building in cities. They have to follow strictly. They have to follow strictly fire prevention code. They have to follow strictly fire prevention code. Phải tuân thủ nghiêm ngặt. Cái code ở đây đó là cái điều lệ or law. Code here mean law, you know. Điều lệ về an toàn phòng cháy chữa cháy. They have to follow strictly the regulations or the code for protection against fire, you know, fire protections, fire prevention code, fire regulations, and things like that. And also think about safety risks is, of course, if people fall down from very high floors, you know, they can immediately die. That's a safety risk, you know, you have to take. Nhà ở trong mấy cái nhà lớn lớn cao tầng á, mèo rớt xuống, chó rớt xuống chết thấy hoài, you know. I often hear stories about cats or dogs falling from high floors and they die immediately, or people committing suicide. People committing suicide. 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 People committing suicide. Con người ta tự tử. Okay, so those are, of course, a lot of safety risk too. And when people commit suicide, that apartment will be haunted. You know, will be haunted. Will be haunted. Nó sẽ bị ma ám nếu mà có người tự tử trong cái căn hộ đó. And it's difficult to sell. You know, will be haunted, and it's impossible to sell or to rent. You know. Người ta sợ chết khét khiếp luôn, người ta đâu dám thuê mấy căn đó đâu. Or if someone move in, you know, the neighbors will tell them that, okay, this apartment, there was a ghost there, you know, it's haunted. Those are safety risks, you know. And also there's another safety risk I can think of is that elevator is actually a risk, you know. Cái thang máy thực sự là một cái risk luôn á. Elevator safety. It's a risk because some people, they get stuck in the elevator. Stuck in an elevator, it's a problem. And sometimes elevator falling from higher floors. Trời, cái đó nguy hiểm lắm luôn á. Thang máy rớt từ trần trên xuống. Oh my god. Cái người trong đó là rụng cái tim ra luôn. People inside the elevators would probably pray God for their life, and then they basically they pee their pants. Đúng nghĩa là tè ra quần luôn á. They basically pee their pants, you know, if your elevator fall from higher floors. Anyway, next one. Is it expensive to decorate a house or an apartment in the place where you live? Of course, it's expensive. Remember the cost of paint, you know, repainting, sơn lại tường, repainting of the walls is expensive. And also làm lại cái bếp, là bà làm lại cái bếp với lại cái nhà vệ sinh là mắc nhất luôn á. Like if they have to replace and make a new kitchen or bathroom, that is very expensive. It could cost so much money, They have to replace and make new kitchen or bathroom. Oh dear, không có rẻ đâu, có thiệt luôn á. Okay, so what do you think make a good home? Điều gì làm nên một căn hộ, một căn nhà, một tổ ấm, mái ấm tốt? Okay, you have some time to think now. Cool. Okay, Mr. Can you describe a home of someone you know well and that you often visit?
Okay. A home of my friends is place that I often visit. And she's currently renting a small ring shop in front of her house,
A small
which
what? A small what?
a small ring shop,
Drink shop, you mean? Or drink shop?
drinks
I think
shop,
it's better to say, I think it's better a beverage. Beverage,
a
beverage.
a
Beverage
beverage,
shop, như thế.
a
Tiệm bán đồ uống.
beverage shop. Okay,
It's
a
a beverage
beverage,
shop or maybe a cafe,
a small beverage shop
Mhm.
is front of her house. Because her house is not far away from mine, just about 10 kilometers.
Mhm.
That's not too far. So whenever we want to meet and chat, I usually go to her place. But I don't. But I prefer sit to sit in the shop area rather than inside the house.
Mhm.
For more convenient and comfortable. Comfortable, yes. We, we, the shop is quite small, but it's decorated in a way that really suits the aesthetic taste of young people nowadays, with decorative paintings and plenty of green plants. So I enjoy the environment. Uh, Whenever I visit her house.
Mm.
So besides that, I also want to support her business, and there's no need for us to go to other cafe. We almost choose to be at her shop and enjoy some drinks, uh, chat, chat chat together. Mm, I feel happy spending quality time with my friends. We rarely talk about work. Instead of that, we just check about random topics and enjoy ourselves. That's all.
See. So, do people prefer to live in a city or in the countryside? Then it depends on the age group, their preference, I think. You think?
There are many reasons for the decisions where which uh, people choose to live in a city or in countryside. If talking about cities, people prefer spending their life in there because um, better job opportunities, educations, healthcare, and several entertainment options. It seems suitable for young generations than the old
Mhm.
ones. However, um, it's also is also is influenced by the family background. If they are born and raised in cities or in the countryside, it's become a habit and a great lifestyle that make them feel belong to somewhere. Which yes. If talking about the benefits of cities and countryside, they are quite opposite. Public transportation is an example for that. In the big cities, transportation is more developed and everything more developed and everything is accessible. However, people usually stuck in traffic jam and congestions and take them a lot of time for transportations in big cities. However, in countryside, it's not a problem because the amount of populations and the square of squares of the squares of road and other things that makes transportations more easier. But of course, the infrastructures is not convenient and modern as big city. However, the environment is quite quiet. Is more quieter, less polluted,
It's
and
more quiet. Let's just say it's more quiet.
It's more quiet, less polluted, and has a slower pace of life.
Okay. It's a
So
slow
if
pace of life. Yeah.
so, it depends people who can resonate with
Resonate.
resonate with the environment of cities or the countryside to disease what they refer.
Đó là dao động, ở cái gì resonate là dao động hay gì á. I don't know what.
Resonance mean như là cái sự mà có thể hòa quyện lại giống như là
Hòa
đồng
hợp,
điệu quá thầy, nên hòa
đồng
hợp
điệu,
đúng
đúng
rồi.
rồi. Hòa hợp đồng điệu, đúng rồi, resonate, đúng rồi. Hòa hợp đồng điệu với nhau, they can resonate with each other nhé.
Yeah. So it depends on people prioritize and state priorities and stage of life, I think.
Okay. Let me see. So, what are differences between building in a city and in the countryside then? A lot of differences, you know.
I think there are several differences between urban and rural buildings. In city, buildings are usually taller and modern, which make of concrete, steel concrete,
Concrete.
Concrete.
Concrete. On nè, on nè. Concrete. Bê tông.
Concrete. Concrete.
Concrete is basically sand mixed with water, mixed with cement. Cement. A cement. Cement, yeah, exactly.
Cement.
Or cement, I think.
Cement.
The second syllable, cement, not cement.
Cement.
Sand, water, and cement is concrete. Okay. I see. Okay, so you mean the people, the building in the countryside are not made of cement, are not made of concrete, you think? Yeah.
No, I mean there are many materials for buildings in city than in the countryside. Concrete, steel, and glass, and decorative materials. For example, many people live in high-rise buildings or apartments due to limited space. That's the real situations in big city.
Mhm.
In contrast, urban buildings often focus on maximizing land use because people prefer opening environment where they can enjoy nature. They usually build a garden or opening space for planting or raising some domestic animals.
Raise some
And
domestic animals, you mean?
domestic.
Exactly. People raise domestic animals. Like I think the way that you're trying to say is to raise cattle, you know.
Okay.
Nuôi gia súc gia cầm. They raise cattle. When you say domestic animals, it can include cats and dogs, you know. Cats, dog, chicken, pigs, cows, things like that.
Yeah.
So I think it's better to say raise cattle, you know. Because if you say raise domestic animals, it can mean that you raise them as pets, you know.
Okay.
But when people say raise cattle, it means that you can raise them and then you will kill them for meat or their milk or their any products from them, you know.
Okay.
So it means differently. So remember the implication of the way you say it. Nó mỗi một cái cách nói nó lại có một cái implication, một cái gọi là cái hàm ý riêng. Ví dụ như là em nuôi động vật mà đã được thuần hóa để làm gì? Pets. Đã thuần hóa và được đưa vào nhà để làm gì? Là pets. Thú nuôi. Còn nếu mà em nuôi gia súc gia cầm để làm gì? Để lấy sữa, lấy thịt, vân vân. Okay, what do you say about that? So people raise cattle. Yes.
Raise cattle for meat and for some demanded products. And but furthermore, in countryside, houses tend to be more spacious and usually and there are not floors such as in big cities because floors serve as a way to save the land use. And it's not necessary for that in countryside where the spatial where the land is very is very spacious and stretched out.
And there's really no need for a skyscraper in the countryside though. Absolutely no need at all. Không hề có nhu cầu mà tại sao phải cần là một skyscraper luôn á.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything else?
Yes, the designs are usually a notable difference that should be mentioned here. The countryside building seems simpler and may use more natural materials like
Say what?
wood
They make you
and
what?
natural materials
Okay.
like wood and brick.
Wood and bricks, yeah.
Yes. Countryside buildings are blend more with surrounding environment and access, while city structures are designed for efficiency and capacity.
Okay.
At the final goal that the more people that they can contains, the more people as soon as much as possible. Overall,
as possible.
yes. Overall, city buildings reflect a fast-paced lifestyle, while countryside buildings reflect comfort and space.
Exactly. So, do you think location is a key factor in where people choose to live? You know, it's like people try. It depends if you try to live and then you run a business at that place, but you should definitely choose a location close to crossroads, you know? Close to crossroads. Why? Because those are a very good place to run a business. Em muốn sống và em làm việc, em mở doanh nghiệp ngay cái chỗ em sống luôn thì nên chọn mấy cái địa thế mà ngay cái chỗ mà đường nó giao nhau á, crossroads, close to crossroad, you know. Like for example, you know, a lot of coffee house chains or cafe chains, they choose very good locations close to crossroad, you know, or at crossroad. Close to or at crossroad. Gần cái chỗ mà ngay cái chỗ mà giao nhau á, hoặc là ở ngay cái chỗ đó luôn. There's a lot of coffee house chain, những cái chuỗi mà cà phê á, họ hay làm như vậy. Restaurant also, you know. So, do you think location is a key factor in where people choose to live? This is to live, you know, not to make a living.
Yes, locations is one of the most important factors when people choose where to live. A good locations can make daily life more convenient, especially if it's close to public transport, to school, and hospitals. For example, families with children usually prefer areas near
Areas
near good schools where they can where
the children can go
where they
to
can send
schools.
their
Yeah.
children and monitor vehicle to their workplace. More convenience and save time.
Mhm.
People young generations might prioritize their house near entertainment entertainment areas such as mall, cinema, and markets, for example. It so the locations is very important because it depends on depend on each person's demands for their daily life. Another factors that locations are for is safety. Many people are willing to pay more money to live in neighborhoods with a low crime rate. It's
Close
very
what? With a
important.
close what?
Crime rate.
Low crime rate.
Low crime rate. Yes.
With a low crime rate. Let's do it slowly. Low crime rate. You know?
They have to into to explore their new accommodations may have any social evils uh, uh, activities or not, and that's very important to check the safety, the safe situations in where they are going to live.
I see.
Of course, yes. It's a big problem if they move to a new area and live with neighbors who are in the, who are not a well behavior.
Who doesn't behave well?
Doesn't behave well. And of course, if their house near to administrative locations, is even better because when they have to when they need to do something related to administration, is more convenient and save time for them. So even these errors usually requires them a high cost for their house and daily depends.
Sorry?
Daily
Expenses.
I mean daily expenditures.
Expenditures.
Expenditure, yes.
Expenditures, you know.
Expenditures. It's always a prioritize
A priority.
priorities. Yes, for people to choose a good way for their futures. Especially for their children's future. So, locations often is the key factor in where people choose to live.
Okay, very good. So what safety risks are there in residential buildings in cities? What do you think? Of course, you live in a city also. You know it's not always safe.
I think that there are several safety risks related with living in city residential buildings. One is fire, fire hazards, especially in older high-rise building with outdated applications, which provides for fires. For fires, yeah. Another risk is bulk theft, which tend to be higher in urban areas. You have to people have to cautious every time they go out or go far away from home for vacations or work trips, for example, and to make sure that their house is safe. They usually ask for an look after from their family members or even their trustful neighbors. I know that because maybe people have habits to ask for to ask their neighbors to look after their house when they go out. Just to ensure that no
Sure, yeah.
strangers can access their home without any attention without any attentions of them. Yes. Another risk in big cities is natural disasters.
Exactly, can hit.
Yes, like floods and earthquakes. Earthquakes also pose serious earthquakes, which can pose a serious threat if buildings are not designed properly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it can be it can be disastrous. Even kill people in those buildings if no one recused in time. Additionally, overcrowding can increase the spread of diseases. As the COVID-19 pandemic is a real example. Therefore, safety measures and strict building regulations are very essential to protect urban citizens.
Mm-hmm. To protect urban citizens, exactly. Oh well, but still, there's a lot of risks, you know. But one thing I really love about living on like a residential building, like high-rise buildings, is that you will never have a problem with flooding, you know. Chả bao giờ sợ ngập cả. You know. But earthquake, yes, there could be a problem.
Are you sure
Oh wow.
if your vehicles in the basement is a
Oh,
problem if if flooding happens?
oh, of course.
Yes, especially if you use electric
Electric
vehicles.
vehicles, yeah, it could be a
Yes,
big problem.
yes, it's very dangerous because the fire from electricity is not cannot be treated
Cannot be
by
treated. It cannot be
normal
extinguished. the fire from a electric motorbike
Yes.
cannot be extinguished, không thể là bị dập tắt, cannot be extinguished
But
by
normal.
water or by sand, right? Cát thì cũng không làm gì được, hay sao? Anh nhớ là vậy.
Bình chữa cháy bình thường cũng không được luôn á thầy. Nó không có
By
cái chức năng dập.
water, by sand, or by a normal fire extinguisher. Extinguisher là bình chữa cháy, bình cứu hỏa, bình chữa cháy. So it's a really bad thing, you know. Do not try it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So if the fire happened, the people who live in high areas can be dangerous
It
because
can be dangerous for them.
yes, because if the buildings is not safe enough for and equipped with equipped with modern and quality device for security, yes, it can be a problem, a big problem.
Can be a big problem, yes. All right, great. So is it expensive to decorate a house or an apartment in the place where you live? Oh well, everything in the city is expensive. You know, even food is getting more expensive now. Oh dear.
I think that it depends on the way people manage their budgets for decorations. Maybe they can cost a lot of money for expensive decorative painting or yes, or furnitures. But if they know how to save their money with cheaper but still beautiful small accessories such as lamp or plant. It also can be a way to decorate a house or department with not cost a lot of money. Even smaller details like lighting or the color of wall can increase the and colors of the world can increase the beauties of your house.
And the value of your home too, you know.
Yes. Your house can be very attractive and comfortable.
I agree with that.
Yes, I love a cozy place with decorated with painting and small decorations.
I agree with that. So yeah, but to tell you the truth, it's not cheap, okay? But it's worth it, you know. Trời, thà bỏ ra tiền ra cho nó đáng đi, chỉ còn hơn cứ phải suy lại hoài, you know. So what do you think makes a good home then? Besides from what you said about decoration?
A good home is not just about its size or appearance, but how it makes people feel
Exactly.
they belong to.
Exactly. You have to feel like you belong there.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, to be honest, like my previous homes always make me feel like I am a renter there, not the owner, you know. Mấy cái nhà trước mình ở đều cảm giác như là mình là cái người ở thuê, chứ không phải nhà của mình, you know. It all makes me feel that way, you know. Cold and doesn't make me feel like it's my home, you know. That's why I sold it and I move on, you know. So what do you think? Yeah, besides from it makes you feel like you belong there.
People usually talk about what makes a house become home. It depends on who you live with and what makes you feel that you are the owners of that house. It has a welcoming atmosphere where atmosphere where family members can relax and enjoy their quality time together.
Agreed.
If they feel comfortable and relaxed every time they spend time at home, it's exactly the
right place, right?
the right place for them. Yes.
Exactly. I also feel the same too, It's all about a feeling, So trust in your feelings. When I think it's the home that chooses you, not you choose the home,
You think so?
Em cái nhà nó chọn mình á, chứ không phải mình chọn nhà. It's like that. It feels like that, I may
I don't
be
know.
wrong though,
I
Anyway,
don't know why you feel that.
yeah.
Why you feel that?
Well, it feels like some places are more welcoming, and it makes you feel like you are welcome there to stay where for how long, however long you want. It's like that, But some places feels like cold, uninviting. Doesn't matter how
Maybe
hard you try, it still feel like it's not your home.
maybe the feel the sense of safety is also make you think that it's a good home. Yes.
Mhm. I actually feel very safe here.
Yes.
And my neighbors, they love me, so that's a lovely thing, So I feel like you can actually build a good home yourself and try to improve it, but I also feel like it's the home that chooses me, Maybe. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, I think that's good for today. Very good practice though. Okay, so Thursday writing and speak again. Okay.
Okay. Good night,
Oh,
teacher.
it's that time of the year again. It's October, mid-October already. Do you have deadlines at the end of the year now? Of course you do. But anyway, we can do it, like we always have done a lot. Okay, so I'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye, Miss Trúc.
See ya. Good night.
See you. Good night.